There we go. Welcome, people. Your eyes are not deceiving you. No, it's not Wednesday, but it is Sunday. And you still here with America's favorite uncle and America's favorite cousin. Today is the Endgame podcast. Tonight, it's all about the NFL, the fight, and Serena Williams. Welcome back. How y'all doing? Cousin Jody, what's up, man?
Man, first of all, my feelings hurt. That's what's up.
Why?
Watch Utah fuck up that game last night. That shit had me hot. Hey, I don't even want to talk to B. I want to talk to B for the rest of the week. I'm surprised he didn't call me yesterday. But I was like, man, watching Utah mess that game up, man.
Oh,
but I had a great weekend, bro.
College
football is back, baby.
It is back, and the U put 70 up on the bond, boy. I was like, yes. See, they didn't beat them down.
That was on game.
On game. I was like, oh. But then
listen, that ain't even the worst ass opening yesterday. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. We're gonna jump straight into it. Boy, what? And I mean, in the blue hell was that shit with Oregon yesterday.
Oh, man.
Ooh, and Bulldogs didn't let them boys get a touchdown.
Let me tell you something. Georgia is trying to prove that last year wasn't a fluke.
But Oregon is always overrated, though.
I mean,
Oregon's overrated.
It is. Oregon had the look. I applaud Oregon. They took the defending champs out the gate. I like to give big shout outs to Notre Dame, who took Ohio State out the gate. They didn't win, but hey, you see teams out here.
That was a better game than fucking. That was a better game than that Bulldogs game.
I mean, but
it was the final score. It was a very defensive game, so it was like, all right.
Yeah, it was like 21-10.
Like 21-10, but they didn't get that last touchdown. They got that last touchdown like towards the end of the fourth quarter to kind of seal the deal. You know what I'm saying? So that game was a lot more interesting. The same thing with the Utah and Florida game. That game was a lot more interesting.
Of course.
Than fucking than Georgia and Oregon.
But then again, you get Alabama, who schedule a middle school to play. Alabama's a bunch of cowards, man. I swear.
They always do that, though, Tully. That's not the first time.
I'm like, all these people jumping out the gate, going against rank against rank.
Don't they play like USC or Virginia Tech next week or something?
Who, Alabama?
Don't Alabama play something by Virginia Tech next week, don't they?
I don't know. I try not to keep track of them.
Well, at the end of the day,
they lay 55 up on some JV team that you ain't never. I'm like, come on, man. Y'all could have picked somebody else.
Look, currently got that plan in the background.
I see you.
Lord knows I want Florida State to lose, and I mean bad.
I'm saying, though, man, yeah, college football kicked off with some excitement yesterday. It's going to be a good season. And Miami putting 70 down, hey, that's a step in the right direction.
I mean, the defense looked a little shaky on the first drive, but again, it's the first real drive of the season. We struggled against a little scrambling quarterback for a little bit. But other than that, I mean, it was exactly what we thought it was.
Oh, yeah. Michigan put a beat down, laid 51. Hey.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, no, go play. Thank you. Okay. I'm on baby.
I feel you. I mean, next week should be even better.
Yeah, get your juice. All right, go play.
Oh, man. What's going on with my man Benji Banks? He ain't coming today?
Yeah, he had a dinner tonight.
Yeah, everybody got something tonight. Jimmy, he's at the fight party, for the big fight tonight.
Who fighting tonight?
Andy Ruiz and King Kong Ortiz.
That the Spanish dude?
Both of them. Yeah, the one who beat Anthony Joshua for the belts first out of nowhere.
Oh, the out of shape dude that everybody.
Yeah. Well, he in shape today.
Oh, okay.
So we're going against King Kong Ortiz, who is almost 50, but it promised to be entertaining, maybe. So I'm gonna be checking that out. But as we talking about, let's jump right in. The NFL is back, baby. Thursday.
Who the first game?
That'll be the defending Super Bowl champs,
Then they play the
Buffalo Bills.
yeah,
The Super Bowl that should have been. Maybe. I don't know. Cincinnati was hot, but Buffalo should have beat Kansas City, and that would have put them against the Bengals.
You gotta stop that boy. You gotta stop that boy Hill.
But so here we go. So Thursday night football, you got the Rams and Bills. Who you got? What you think?
I think I hate it, man. I don't know. I don't want to see that game. I'm about the Rams though. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really lose anything. They added. You know what I'm saying? Your boy from Chicago. I can't think of his name right now.
Allen Robinson, A-Rob.
They added Robinson. So
well, they lost Von Miller. But they added Bobby Wagner though, so
but they still got Aaron Donald.
Yeah, so they lost a couple of pieces, but they replaced those pieces. Now
they did.
Now they got to defend the title, and we all know the last team to go back to back was those New England Patriots. Back to back champs. I believe it was 2000.
Wasn't it like Spygate or something?
Nah, I wasn't no Spygate. It was like 2005, I think, when they won back-to-back. They won the first two Super Bowls of Tom Brady starting and then didn't go to one and then won. They won 3 and 4 years. But they're the last team to actually, repeat as Super Bowl champions. Ever since then, we've had a different Super Bowl champion. So the question is, will the Rams change that this year and win back to back?
We'll see. It's a long shot. We got a whole 17 game season. We'll see.
I say no.
I'm probably not. Like I said, we got a whole 17 game season, so we will see about that. But I am excited for the NFL. I am excited to have all my Saturdays and Sundays occupied as hell.
Oh, yeah, we got some pretty good storylines for week 1. We got Russell Wilson and the Broncos opening up against the Seahawks game 1.
I tell you what, I got a storyline too. My Panthers with
Baker Mayfield
against
the Browns first week. I'm talking about that's off. Would have been even better if Deshaun was playing. That would have been even more juicier. But I heard Baker say he gonna put it on him.
Yeah, he said he's gonna F him up. So hopefully he keeps true to his word. And
I say, let me tell you something. A motivated Baker Mayfield, that boy is dangerous.
Hey, we're gonna have a healthy DJ Moore. We're gonna have a healthy Christian McCaffrey. So I wouldn't mind him.
How long he gonna stay healthy for?
That's why I ain't picking that up in fantasy.
I know, right? But if he can stay healthy. And then we got the GOAT, Tom Brady, who coming back. He coming back he got unfinished business, but he had a little hiatus from camp for 11 days. He left, and people wonder why. And he said, he's 45. He got stuff that's going on. There's rumors that Giselle is upset that he unretired, and maybe that's what it was. He had to go home and
smooth things
out with the wife, because.
But at the same time, though, it's Tom Brady, though. Does he let's be real. We all talk about everybody need to play their part, but listen, this way, his 23rd training camp. I'm not sweating if Tom Brady missed 11 days of training camp. It's Tom Brady,
right? I mean, the man preparation is legendary. Right. He likes to be prepared. He goes hard, but the wife might be giving him a little trouble. Static. Because she want him home.
It is what it is.
And I'm like, she got to ease up because once you get him home, man, you probably get on your nerves and want him to go back, get out.
So when we watched that game, right, What was the most this weekend? I know you watched. I watched a lot of college football. What was the most exciting game to you this weekend?
Most exciting? I always gotta go with my Illinois, man. Illinois in that Northwestern game. That
Oh
that
yeah,
was woo,
that was a little
woo.
last
That
minute
was
tussle.
that was a nice one before it be overseas. You know, Nebraska was putting it on them. I'm like, oh, Nebraska coming in playing, and then Northwestern like, no, baby, Big Ten time, good game. That's a
Okay.
real good game. You know, I love my Big Ten play, but I
Hey man.
like but you know, I love my U too now.
I mean
That was
that game was I didn't think it's with Miami playing Bethune Cookman. I think the playbook was very watered down. There was not a lot of there was not a lot of stunts, a lot of stuff. It was just straightforward. Especially Parrish, we got new running back. We got Parrish into the flat a lot and took advantage of that. We just got a lot of players in space. So that playbook was very watered down, which
I
in all
mean, I don't think you needed it to be, top flight because look who
it's
they was
Bethune.
playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
like
the same thing with next week. We got Southern Mississippi, and it's gonna be the same thing. Rooster wasn't playing. Zion Nelson, who's a projected first round offensive lineman, he wasn't playing. And I think I like the call about Mario Cristobal. I just kind of sitting his key players out because we saving everything for Texas A&M in a couple weeks. So
oh
um
yeah,
that's gonna be
Texas A&M. They
that's gonna be
bought their whole recruiting class apparently.
I mean, ain't no apparently telling. We know they did. Ain't no apparently on that at all. We know they did. We know they bought that recruiting class. So most exciting game for me yesterday, North Carolina and App State,
Oh,
63-61.
woo! One hey, they just let offense reign, huh?
Listen, and the
No
crazy part about
defense.
it is North Carolina was down 21-3 when I first started watching Telly.
Ah, man, it seems like Carolina got some moxie then. But 63-61, they all need to get their stuff
Listen,
together.
it went into triple overtime. And the crazy part about it is App State would have tied the game and sent the App State would have sent it in the four overtimes, had that quarterback slip. They did a little quarterback draw.
Yeah,
They
he
did
slipped.
an option draw, and he was gonna pitch it, but then he held it back, and then boy slipped, and he got tackled right before he got to the goal line. But I was like, boy, if he don't slip, he get in the end zone, and this thing in the four overtime. So, um, that was pretty most exciting game. It was like offense just ran. There was no defense at that point. Telly defense was out there just because they had to be.
Yeah, right. With that type of score, thing is like they put up those type of numbers this week. Can they both do that again next week? Put up decent numbers
But
because I
can
know a game like that takes a lot out of a team, both teams, because it seemed like they left it all out there on the field.
can the defense step it up though?
I mean, yeah, I know there's a lot of film study this week for both of those teams.
I mean, that's one
Like
first game of the week. My defensive coordinator already on notice. Boy,
you're right.
well, you might, hey, boy, with a performance like that, boy, you might need to dust up your resume. You know what I'm saying?
You can't be letting people drop 61 and 63.
Like, yeah, at least on the first game of the season.
But you know what? They shake the rust off. They got to get in the
We
swing
gonna
of
see.
things.
Um, what was an upset? We have an upset this week. Oh, let's talk about Old Domain beating Virginia Tech for the second time in the last 4 seasons.
Get out of here. For real.
That ass,
The old Dominion won.
bruh. This is the second time in like 4 seasons Old Dominion beat Virginia Tech, bro.
That's crazy.
Okay, that's the second time in like 4 seasons.
No, man. What was the score to that?
It was close. It was like 17-14 or some shit like that. It was close though, huh?
Oh, you talking about LSU, Florida State
Yeah, that's
playing.
that's
Yeah.
on right now.
Yeah, it's 3-0 right now. This is Brian Kelly's debut. Let's see this man, see what he got. What type of magic. Because
Oh, this is Brian Kelly debut.
yeah, this is BK debut. I'm looking right here. Yeah, buddy. Who did Illinois play? That Illinois Indiana though, boy, 23-20. That you gotta love that, man. You got to love that. And not only that, man, like I said, the NFL season.
Oh, well, Dave Mayo had the most yards passing this past Saturday. It was 646 for North Carolina.
So yeah, North Carolina. It go another storyline. Well, this is a personal storyline for me. The Bears and the 49ers. Well, we got Trey Lance versus Justin Fields. Now, why it's personal for me is because when the draft was happening, I wanted Trey Lance. You know,
You got Justin Fields.
I mean, I'm not mad at Justin Fields. I'm just saying, before we even made that trade up to get Justin Fields, I wanted Trey Lance. I'm happy we landed Justin Fields, but I think this is going to be the showcase of the future of the NFC. I really think these two going to be battling each other for the right to go to the Super Bowl, in years to come. Because when you look at the NFC, the old guard is going to be gone in a minute.
Yeah, we get one every time. Every time Kansas City and the Chargers play, we get the new wave of the quarterbacks right there. But listen, when you think about Illinois, C. Brown, 55 attempts, 350 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have him on my fantasy draft.
Oh yeah, you got to. Hey, that's a hell of a game, right? That's video game numbers.
Well, I can't wait for the rankings to come out. The rankings gonna come out.
What is it? Wednesday the rankings come out?
They come out Tuesday, but they got like the ESPN top 25.
Right.
See if we can get a top 25.
And and speaking of college football, while we on the subject, they have voted to expand the college football playoffs. So now from 4 teams to 8 to 12 teams. So, but the thing is that won't take place. I believe they say 2026, and I'm trying to figure out why so long. Why would you take so long to expand it when you can do that next year?
Because you got to get all the affairs, and it's money involved. It's always involved.
It's money,
honestly,
they can make the money next year.
Kelly, here's the thing, though, right? I think 12 teams is too many.
12 is too many? Why you say 12 too many?
Okay, hear me out, right? My problem with the college football playoffs is this. I think 6 would have been the perfect number. 6? Or you know what? No, I tell you what. I would have gave it 8. Hear me out. Here's my logic.
Okay.
Right? You got Power 5. You got Power 5 conferences, right? I say in the upcoming years, we start moving some of those smaller schools into Power 5 conferences. I think that every Power 5 conference should have at least 16 to 20 teams in them, right? You start moving teams like Boise State. You start moving teams like SMU and Houston. You start moving Big 12, Pac-12. You start moving teams like Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Teams like Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Kentucky's in the SEC. Move teams like Memphis into the SEC. You take a team like USF, move it into the ACC. You know what I'm saying? Start putting those schools in top 5 conferences to get them out of these whack-ass conferences, right? And then you leave the conferences alone. And you have the division champs play for the college playoffs. You know what I'm saying? It's like if at the end of the season you have the best team for that conference after their conference championship game, you play. That's your playoff spot. And then once you get a playoff spot, you rank them from there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my thing is there will never be an Alabama versus Georgia in the playoffs.
Well, that's a good point that you made. A lot of people saying that no matter what, 12 teams is not going to stop the same team from winning the national championship. And I'm like, I'd like to beg to differ for that because, people have caught Alabama slipping. People have caught Clemson slipping. 12 may be a bit much, But 8, I thought 8 would be perfect myself. 8.
Yeah, you get and plus you get Power Five schools. You know what I'm saying? You start moving those schools like for me, South Dakota. You know what I'm saying? They dominate Division 3. Start moving them up to Division 2. You get teams like you know what I'm saying. Dion said he want his boys to get a fair shot. Cool. Start moving teams like Jackson State up to Division
Well,
One.
Dion always said he gonna move. They moving up to D1. They gonna move up to D1. That's the thing. That's these. It's up to the schools, really. Because yeah, SDU, South Dakota University, they did what, 9 straight national championships and stuff like that.
But they won like the last like 8 out of like 10, bro.
Yeah, so it's like y'all pretty much a powerhouse, so now let's take it a little step further. Y'all producing NFL quality players because they got quarterbacks going in the first round from that school. So it's time to, let's move up. Let's see what you got. UCF. They've been, on the outlier, dominating. Let's go to another division. Let's go to a good division. Like I don't understand these other divisions like the Mountain West and stuff. Why schools want to stay there? You go to a pretty decent division, you get better recruits because
Get to play against them.
Let's face it, kids want to play on TV. Kids want prestige. So let's try to get your kid, your program more prestige.
Check this out. I pulled up the projected top 25.
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna shoot you, right? So I'm gonna shoot you 25 through 20. The projected, right?
Okay.
What? Oh, what was this? Oh, this. Ooh. Okay, hold up. Hold up. So, hey, call me by surprise. I'm looking at this. Ooh, Jesus. Oh, God. Wait a minute. Okay. Pittsburgh Panthers, number 25. They struggled against a team they honestly shouldn't have struggled with, to be honest with you. Florida Gators, make the top 25 after beating
number 7.
So that makes sense. SMU Mustangs, number 23. Oklahoma State Cowboys, number 22. Yeah, because they definitely. First of all, they had a shootout with like Mercer or some shit like that. I thought that was weird or something like that. I don't understand why Texas A&M Aggies are number 21, but that doesn't make sense to me. They should be top 10. Kentucky Wildcats 20, Utah 19, Wisconsin Badgers 18.
Of course, Big Ten. Where's BYU?
In this projected rankings, BYU isn't in the top 20.
That's weird. They was 25.
Hold on.
And they won.
Let me find another one because I felt like that one was a little bit biased.
That's crazy because BYU started off the year 25-1 last week.
What?
Well, won this weekend, not last week, but that's wild. Ooh, we're getting violent over there.
Right. I don't know how Miami went from 16.
This is my sticker on your nose.
Okay.
On your
I don't know
phone.
how Miami went from 16 to 8, but whatever.
Hey, 70 points. That's how. They
Who
laid
played
70.
We played Bethune-Cookman, though, bro.
Doesn't matter. When you lay them points on people,
Like
they say that gives a good outlook like maybe the Hurricanes got something going on this year.
Well, a lot of people don't feel like Texas A&M is worth the ranking. They literally dropped them in the rankings, bro.
Hey, well, these polls are opinion fueled and stuff like that. You always gonna have a problem with the rankings because, man, it don't make sense at times. Like, What are y'all? What are
Yeah,
y'all looking at?
a lot of people are dropping Texas A&M.
Well, they don't believe the hype, baby. They got to go out there and show them.
I don't know.
If you want to, hey, sometimes you got to show people.
Well, show up against Alabama. Don't show up against Miami.
Right.
Don't show up against
They're going to show up because, Miami ranked number 8. They got them coming up 8 spots. That's a huge leap.
Yeah, we'll see how we play against Southern Mississippi next week.
Come on now, dog. Southern Mississippi. They should hang 70 up on them and call it a day. If they struggle with Southern Miss.
Effing Suck University just scored a touchdown.
It is. It's, expectations, sometimes.
How you get beat like that?
Sometimes teams crumble under them expectations. It's too big for them. But, Miami been there, though.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, every time we get in a big game, we fold like cheap lawn chairs. So I think it's just one of them things was like, as a fan, we just want to see us actually beat somebody worth something. So,
well,
I mean, I'll tell you what, we'll have the rankings out. What we're gonna do? I'm gonna post them. I'm gonna post them Wednesday because they should be out Tuesday.
Okay.
So, Serena Williams finally calls it quits, right?
Yeah, she called and she went out with a bang, baby.
Listen, one of the best female tennis players to ever do it, and honestly, I would believe like Serena Williams with her physique and the way she played the game. I think that when it comes to top 10 athletes, Serena Williams is definitely in that same category with guys like Michael Jordan and Bo Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Serena Williams athletically is right up there. You know what I'm saying? She has been a phenomenal role model and just a phenomenal player of the game for so many years, and she dominated. At one point, they were out there playing for second place. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Serena Williams definitely is gonna get her flowers from me. I got none but the utmost respect for her, and it's gonna kind of suck to see her gone, but you know what I'm saying, I'm glad I had the opportunity to watch her play.
Yeah.
And watch her dominate, man. Watching Serena play,
man, her and her sister, dude.
Yeah, play, man. It was
the Williams girls toe tennis up.
It was that black girl magic, baby. You love to see it.
Yeah, because right now we don't have anybody. I don't care.
You talking about that little girl that's a crybaby every time somebody asks
her. Because we ain't she I can't roll with her, man. She likes to deny the black part of herself. She Japanese, so you want to deny. I mean, let me tell you something.
She says she's Japanese. I say nigga, please, girl.
Right. I mean, I understand, being of mixed heritage. You got one side and the other side. You embrace both sides. You just don't, just say, oh, I'm over here. I'm Japan. I'm Japanese, No, but you're black too. So yeah, it's difficult, but yeah, I don't know, man. And not only that, like I said, she went and took her tennis ball, went home because doing interviews is too much.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Come on now. This is a part of the gig. You was the number one recognizable tennis player in the world and everything. Of course, people want to interview you. That's part of it.
But that's too hard, though. Telly, she can't answer the hard questions. Telly.
I mean, she can. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk after a loss. Nobody wants to talk after a loss.
Okay.
Name me one competitor that want to talk after a loss. I mean, you seen when Cam Newton lost the Super Bowl. He didn't want to talk after that. He wanted to bounce. They talk crazy about Cam. Oh, he a sore loser. No, he ain't a sore loser. It's called being a competitor. If you ever competed in sports, you understand that losing, it just doesn't sit well with you.
You know what? How about this? I'm gonna put it in the notes because sometimes I do feel you on that, Tully. I think in some aspects, society has turned these athletes into non-humans. It's like you literally have guys that have never reached the playoffs, right? So to make it to a Super Bowl and lose, it's like we really expect these dudes to get up here and put on a good face and have a
Right.
good conversation with you after losing a damn Super Bowl. Like, come on, bro.
Because you see, he lost the Super Bowl and ain't been back since.
And he ain't been back to the second round of the playoffs since.
So, yeah, we have quarterbacks who went to the Super Bowl and ain't been back since. It's like,
Sometimes getting to that Super Bowl be the top of your career.
right, that's the highlight.
I don't ever feel like Joe Burrow is going to reach the high he reached this season.
Not unless he go back and win it. That's the only thing that can erase it is he win the Super Bowl. I mean, you think about it, you take look at Pat Mahomes. He been to 2 Super Bowls. He won one. Of course he want to go back again. Tom Brady even said it himself, like once you win one, you want to keep winning another one. Because ain't no feeling like that,
None.
And he got 7 under his belt. And he said every time he win one, it's still a high that he get. Like, it just...
On God.
And you get people like, Aaron Rodgers who been to one, and they ain't seen one in over a decade. Like,
well, he done seen the NFC Championship like 18,000 times, though.
Right. But they never make it back to the big stage.
Well, question. So, your Bears, right?
Right.
I seen the thing about somebody about to quit or retiring or something like that. What's
that's the team president, Ted Phillips. He been with our organization for 40 years. 40 years, man.
He about ready to cut it loose?
Yeah, at the end of the season, he finished.
Okay.
I mean, you got to think about it. 40 years at one job, all with the Bears. There's 40 years in the organization. Yeah, I was like, bye. Because, under your tutelage, we only got 1 Super Bowl. 2 Super Bowl appearances, but 1 damn Super Bowl win. It's time for the old guard to be shuffled out. Get some new blood in to help take this franchise into a modern direction. They
did it with Justin Fields. I like to pick up with Justin Fields.
Oh, yeah. See,
I think it's time to start investing with some weapons, the offensive line in front of that.
I mean, you know what? Let me tell you something. The line that they put together is full of young bulls now.
Okay. And hopefully, it pays off. This is the thing, right? I always want to see young black quarterbacks win. You know what I'm saying? I love seeing Patrick Mahomes win. I want to see Justin Fields get a Super Bowl. I want to see Lamar Jackson get a Super Bowl. I want to break the stereotypes that black quarterbacks can't win Super Bowls. Like, I want these dudes to get Super Bowls.
Well, shoot, Russell Wilson got Super Bowl under win. He been there twice. He got to win.
Should have had to.
Maybe. I don't know.
What you mean maybe? No, Telly. Russell Wilson should have had to.
Listen, I mean, let's recap that game. Yes.
Let's recap that.
Seattle was winning.
Second goal from the 3-yard line, Telly.
But this is the thing.
Should have had to.
Belichick said he told his defensive line, let them score. Because he figured they was just going to give it to Marshawn. He said, let them score. If they score, they let them score. They got 1:25 on the clock. That's enough time for Tom Brady. So that's why I said maybe.
He was going up against the Legion of Boom, though, Telly.
Which he lit up in the fourth quarter for over 150 yards and a couple of times. He was shredding that defense. That's the thing. Tom Brady in the clutch, you never know. But since they did them the favor and threw that interception, you will never know. You will never know.
That's holding. Block.
But
unless you finna get a block in the back or holding.
But we got, the NFL got some history with black quarterbacks winning. Doug Williams being the first.
I just want to see the ones now. You know what I'm saying? I want to see our
The young cats, man, dude. In the AFC, I picked Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson going against each other for years to come for the right to go to the Super Bowl. But now you got Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen. Man, even Deshaun Watson. Deshaun ain't no bum, you know. You got all these young guns now.
especially not on that massage table.
Yeah, right. You know, you got to stay away from the massage therapists. But, you know, you got a bunch of young guns now up in the AFC. It's going to be a bloodbath getting up out of that one. That's why I'm like, down here in the NFC, it's a bunch of old guard. You know, Aaron Rodgers, he only got a couple of more before he gone. Brady year to year. Breeze already left. So with Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts and I say Carson Wentz because he's there. Daniel Jones.
Listen, I think you're right. I think that NFC is about to see a shift in new quarterbacks because Daniel Jones is gone. I'm pretty sure the Saints ain't gonna sit with Jameis Winston too long.
Actually, I think Jameis finna blow people minds this year. You remember Jameis threw 30 touchdown passes
Also
a couple of years ago. But yeah, but if he could have turned down, you know, limit those Hinos, man, 30 touchdown pass and over 5,000 yards, the boy is capable. That's the thing. You know, we forgot little scramble mouse, Kyler Murray. That's another little dude. He actually coming to in his own. So
yeah, did you just call that grown man a little scramble mouse?
yeah, because he little, man.
Man.
Scramble mouse. But
man, cut it out.
Because think about it, Matthew Stafford, he ain't gonna be around too much longer. You know, Matthew.
Hell, the way these quarterbacks playing, Matthew Stafford got about a good 4 or 5 seasons left in him.
I'm just saying, yeah, he do, but the thing is, do he want to play that long?
The other thing is, who gonna be the next top quarterback?
Now, see, that's the question. Who's going to be the next top quarterback? If you're talking about NFL overall,
no, who's gonna be who's gonna be the next draft pick? Like,
so the next top.
You talk about college football, right?
Right.
Like, who after week 1? Who was it? Who was a for sure first round draft quarterback?
Shoot, man. See, you want to say, I mean, the consensus would probably say Young out of Alabama, but you can't even say that. You know, Spencer Rattler, he looked, you know, pretty decent. Our boy down in the U.
Tyler Taylor. I'm gonna say this, right? Right now, what was it? Young from CJ Young. Is it CJ Young from Alabama?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young and Tyler Van Dyke look like the only 2 first-round quarterbacks after week 1.
Hey, that's honest. But see, you said after week 1. I like to go as the season progresses to check them out. You know, let me see what they look like when they're going against another top organization. That's how I determine NFL caliber QB. Can you put those numbers up against a top caliber school? Like, honestly, when Deshaun was coming out, I wanted Deshaun Watson. I ain't know much about Patrick Mahomes, so he was the second.
Bro, nobody really knew about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was a 3-star quarterback coming out of a fucking West Coast running gun offense out of Texas Tech. Nobody really knew Patrick.
But see, that's the thing. When I read his scouting report, you know, and they said, you know, they compared him to Brett Favre, that's what grabbed my attention on. I'm like, and I love me some Brett Favre, even though he's Green Bay. I do. But I was all sold on Deshaun Watson simply because of his 2 national championship games against Alabama. And I'm like, this boy tore that defense up. And Alabama defense is pretty much an NFL defense because all them boys get drafted in the first 2 rounds, 3 rounds, boom, bam, instant starters. So I'm like, if you can put up those type of numbers against this type of defense, you're, to me, the most NFL ready. The lights go on, you don't shrink in the moment. So when the Bears went and got Mitch, I didn't want Mitchell, but he grew on me, so I like Mitchell now. But I had all sorts of posts before the draft, like, watch these MFers go get this Trubisky guy. They're going to pass on what I want Deshaun Watson. I had all sorts of Facebook posts. So when they got Mitchell Trubisky, I was like,
oh, that's the game right there. Okay, my bad. I don't mean to
what
cut
game?
you. Texas and Alabama will be playing next week.
Yeah.
That's the game. I knew it was a good game coming up because when you said Texas played some scrubs, it was like Texas and Alabama. I knew it was a good game coming up next week.
Texas and Alabama. Alabama gonna beat Texas.
Yeah.
Texas not ready yet. They're not ready yet. But they're gonna get there.
Georgia playing a scrub. They playing Sanford.
Yeah. But see, Texas getting there. Texas is getting there.
They got the Manning boy coming.
I know, but he ain't starting. They know what they doing. Let's bring him along. Let's raise
BYU and Baylor. Okay, that's the other game too. BYU and Baylor is the game next season.
That should be a pretty nice one because Baylor built a pretty decent program. They since RG3 they've been a steady, nice, decent program. One of those key
crab legs.
Oh, crab legs. You talking about Jameis Winston?
Yeah, crab legs at the game right now. They got him on TV.
Oh, well, yeah, FSU alumni.
Don't nobody give a damn about that organization.
I'm surprised. You probably get a bunch of. I'm surprised Joe Burrow ain't at the game. LSU or OBJ normally be there. Because he from LSU. They like to come back and, live it up. Reminiscing them college days. But, like I said, man, this week, looking forward to the return of the NFL. Got some really good games. Kansas City, Arizona. Now, that's going to be one for the ages, I think. You got the little Mighty Mouse scrambling quarterback versus, man, Mr. No Look, pull a rabbit out of your hat, Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray. You just can't ask for more excitement than that. I mean, and then the Sunday night game, the GOAT Tom Brady versus Dak Prescott.
But didn't they play them at the beginning of the season last season?
Who that?
The Bucs and the Cowboys played each other first last season, right?
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So they playing each other first this one. Take your time. Tom Brady, though, I'm telling you, it's a lot of talk out of Dallas, that this is the Cowboys' year. We hear that every year, but you've seen it last year. They had some good pieces in place. They had some things going on. To show that they gonna be good,
But
now
you let go of old boy though.
Amari Cooper
Sent him packing. I don't understand.
Well, he went to Cleveland, but the reason why they sent Amari Cooper
for a bag of Doritos, and some dip.
But see, that's the thing.
It was going to cost them in a salary cap. I know why they sent them packing.
But you still got CeeDee Lamb and you got Michael Gallup. So you got your receivers. You got a tight end also. So your offense, even with Zeke on the decline, they still had Tony Pollard who showed his butt. So they got the running game. The offensive line is, shaky because that top flight line, and people get hurt on that line. But Their defense has improved. The only thing that I can see that can trip them up is if Mike McCarthy keep acting like he don't know how to coach.
I don't know.
Well, it's safe to say that maybe Mike McCarthy wasn't the coach that he wanted to be. Maybe it was Aaron Rodgers that was making Mike McCarthy look like any damn thing of a decent coach.
But let me tell you something. I said that about Matt LaFleur. Aaron Rodgers making Matt LaFleur look like a genius. You know, what would Matt LaFleur look like without Aaron Rodgers? That's the question. You know, and we about to find an answer to that within the next couple of years. I think maybe after this year, because if Aaron Poole is, he don't know if he going to retire or not, crap, I think the Packers is going to say, you know what, kick rocks. We'll holler at you.
Didn't he sign a contract extension, though?
Yeah. But then, you know, he played as, I don't know if I want to play.
Well, and I'm high off a CBD oil, too.
Whatever.
Did you see that interview? Did you see that interview?
I did not see it, but I heard about it.
Bro.
Everybody was talking about it.
Man. You got to watch that interview.
I will because, I hate everything Aaron Rodgers. I really do. So I hate his face. I hate his pets. I mean, dude, that dude irritates me.
Yeah.
Speaking of contract extension, you see Russell Wilson got paid.
Oh, he was going to get paid regardless.
But still, they gave him $245.
Did they give him like $115 guaranteed?
160.
160 guaranteed?
Yeah, at his age, that's like amazing. To get
like 33, 34?
Yeah, 33, 34. That's amazing.
Like, these quarterbacks are playing till almost 40. So,
well, Russell used to take a beating in Seattle. His line was not the best. So you wonder how that plays a part on the body down the line. Although, it's more quarterback friendly league now where you can barely breathe on them. Still, you get hit. You get touched.
Well, everybody can't be Tom Brady and not be touched for seasons on there.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the GOAT's still here at 45.
Basically, quarterback friendly ass league.
So, receivers too. You can't no longer pop them either.
Shit is stupid. So listen, before we head out, right?
Right.
I watched the And1 documentary on Netflix.
Okay.
That is a must watch. It really opened my eyes to like that whole thing.
Oh, and one team and stuff like that.
Yeah, it really opened my eyes to like what was really happening. So before we go, if you're a sports fan and you love basketball and you was watching the And1 mixtapes, watch that documentary, bro. It's a very good documentary.
Yes, I will check it out because they got a new one. They got a new documentary about the Redeem team coming out, and it's going to be 10 parts.
Good over there.
Stinking COVID cough. But yeah, the Redeem Team documentary, about the dream, the Olympic basketball team after the one that the previous one had won the bronze medal or something. So they put together a Redeem Team so we can bring back home the gold. Because U.S. basketball should never get nothing but gold. But, hey, the world has caught up to us. And, but anyway, before we go, we like for you to thank you guys for tuning in. And also remember that you can catch us on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, for Unhinged, us too, you see us throughout the week. And also, don't forget every Saturday, 8 a.m.
We coming back this Saturday. We're coming back. We took a week off, but we will be back.
Yes, so Saturday, 8 a.m. Eastern for the Family Talk Barbecue. Don't forget to, pull up a chair, kick it with us. Also, tune in to Impact, which I believe is on Fridays now.
Friday at 8 o'clock. Impact.
Right.
Impact Pack. Here's the links. If you don't know, there they go. Them the links right there.
That's right. And don't forget, when you do, like, subscribe, and share. Bring people. We like to hear from you. We like to hear your opinions. We like you in the comments. We just like the interaction with our fans and our loyal listeners, viewers, however you want to, classify yourself. We love it. So don't forget.
And other than that, that's it. You'll see us Wednesday.
You see us Wednesday and Saturday and Sunday, because we know next week we're going to be talking about that opening day of NFL and storylines. So once again, it's America's favorite uncle, Uncle Pud, Mr. Who Loves You, Baby. My man, my co-host, my ride or die, cousin Jody.
My rotten soldier.
Right. And we out. Peace.
Tell 'em I ain't mad.